Hello all, Scott Grove here with another new toy. Today we're looking at, see how far I can get it up there? That's right, it's the, ooh yeah, my drum's going. The Casio DG-20 digital guitar. It's a Midi instrument from back in 1983. Rim shot right there. Okay. So what this thing is back on the cutting edge of when synthesizers were first becoming groovy. Of course, Casio had to come out with the semi-toy version, so it's kind of the quirky little thing. Okay, so what you have here, let's check it all out. We'll go through the onboard sounds and then show you how to hook it up to another keyboard via MIDI cable and so forth. Okay, so what you have first and foremost are 6 what appear to be nylon strings, which is exactly what they are. It doesn't matter what they are tuned to. What you have, I know other people have asked, is right up here there are 6 little Allen wrench things here for these so-called strings to go through, and you just loosen them up, pull your strings tight with whatever, your fingers or a pair of needle nose or whatever, and then just tighten them up on there. So pull them to however long you want them, then chop them off. Okay, not too much because you might need some of that later in case you break something. Okay, so they're just put on that way, and you do not have to tune them. Okay, it doesn't matter if they're flopping around or what, but I got this thing, cleaned it up a little bit and tightened up everything, so she's looking good and feeling good. So what it has is, okay, these 6 so-called strings, which are sensed right down here via these little guys. Okay, so they know when you're, okay, they know when you're playing the notes. But then within each so-called, they have fret markers on the sides. Okay, so there are little sensors underneath of each one. Okay, so okay, so it is what it is, 80s Casio stuff. And of course we can get tons better sounds out of newer Casios. But these were the ones that started it all, and these were the first ones that were actually able to MIDI into other keyboards, so you could get different sounds, and you can control all those sounds right here on the side. Okay, so you have a bank of patches over here, from piano to guitars and trumpets and so forth. Then right here the select button that changes bank A and bank B, and they have other sounds underneath each one of those. Same with the rhythm section for the backing drum parts. You can have rock or country or marimba or whatever, then hit the select button, it'll go to bank B and go to whatever rhythms you have. You got volume for your backing tracks. You can put in a fill. Pretty cool, huh? Put it in the middle of something. Shut it right down. You've got 4 little okay, so you've got a snare, a tom, another tom, and then a little bell that are always on. So anytime you want to stick that in, there it is. Okay, what are the other great features? Let's see, you have, of course, you could change your tempo here on the sides. You can go to solo mode, which means it just goes to a monophonic thing instead of polyphonic like it is, meaning you can only hit 1 string at a time to make it work like the really old synthesizers. And then you've got a button here that says sustain or reverb, and it actually has built-in reverb for some of these sounds. You got 2 transpose things here, so you can, I don't know why you would ever want to transpose anything to a different key, because you play it just like a guitar, but in case you don't know how to, since you can't use a capo. I guess if you want to play things and transpose them, that's a way of doing your capo thing. Okay, other than that, let me get rid of this strap. And I'm not sure how much room this thing will let me go, but that's what we have everything for. It's a bolt-on neck, just like I like. Okay, it's got a compartment here on the back for your... I'm trying to do this left-handed, so bear with me. I'll just do it right-handed and get it right. Okay, so there's where you put your 6, looks like probably size D batteries, yeah, right there in the back. Then you got, this has to be easier going on than it was getting off left-handed. Yeah, so I thought. Okay, so there you go. Regular guitar buttons here, and on the bottom for your strap. Okay, here's where I get to try to use the zoom. Okay, so once this focuses, okay, here on the end you have a place for your, still don't want to focus, does it? Okay, so you have a place for your headphones. Right here's your line out going straight to my PA here. Here's my power cord going in right here. The next one right here is for a foot switch. That will actually be used for turning on and off the drums. Nothing else. Okay, right here you actually have a tune knob, so you can actually tune it. Why do they not just put it in tune and leave it there? I don't know. And here's your Midi mode, this little switch. So whether you want it to be MIDI to another keyboard or turn it off. So you can have the internal sounds and mix them with the sounds from another keyboard. Okay, then right here we just have our regular 5-pin DIN MIDI cable. Okay, so that's it. That's the whole axe, so to speak. So ask me no questions. I tell you no lie. Okay, there are very cheesy sounds in here, as you would totally expect, and like you've already heard a little bit of from the 80s. So, right now, what the heck am I even on? I have no idea. Let's find out. Sounds like probably some kind of an old thing. That was probably a trumpet. Let's change it. I'm going to go to select here on the end. And on that same one where it says trumpet, it says flute. I'll hit that. So. Okay, so hey, we can do some of that cool stuff. But it has, it's got weird sounds on it. Yeah, we can put the drums right in. Okay, so, and you cannot bend strings on here, so there's no string bending at all. Okay, this wasn't set for it back then, and you can just use a guitar pick if you want. The triggering is iffy at best, but then again, you got to consider this is 29 years old, almost 30 years old. It'll be 30 years old next year. But it is polyphonic, so you can, which means you can play more than one note at a time. I'm just going to go up to what is supposed to be an acoustic guitar. Sound like one? I didn't think so. Okay, so Just pick any sound. Here's, what's it say, electric guitar number 2. Okay. Okay, so these are all the internal sounds, and there are plenty more. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 2, 20 internal sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 drum beats. Okay, so 20 sounds, 12 drum beats. Okay, and that's what you have internally. Everything else, you just run a MIDI cord into any synthesizer or keyboard that has MIDI sounds, and you can get those. You can even change the sounds from right here. If you get a keyboard and you want to put all the patches so that they change while you just push a button here and go to a different patch on that keyboard back there, you can do that. Just punch it in, then relocate it to where it automatically goes. You know, so you can do all kinds of really cool things with it. Some certain things work great, some don't. You can have to set up your other keyboard back here if you want it to do long sustaining stuff. Otherwise it will not sustain. And then what do? That's right, you get the sustain pedal out. Okay, so I got it right here for some of those patches that will not sustain. Okay, so we've got all the keyboards back here, but I've got it just MIDI'd into this bottom Casio back here, so just keeping the brands the same, just because showing you the old sounds and the new and what will work and what won't. Okay, so again, the drum sounds are these. There's your rock, here's your pop, here's country, swing, bossa nova, waltz. Now I'm going to hit the select button, go to the next bank. So here's 16 beat, reggae, Inca, blues, slow rock, tango. Let's go back to the slow rock. Let's try out a fill there. Okay, so when you play these, I'll shut the volume of that down. When you play these guys, it will shut up whatever's going on, let you play. Then when you're done, it'll come back in on the next beat that's available. So it lets me know that I didn't do too good, so I'll stop all that. Okay, so now let's get it into the other keyboard and just do a couple of patches, you know, no big deal. So I have to hit the button or the switch on the back that now sends it to MIDI, shut down the volume for the internal sounds, turn up the volume on the other keyboard. Okay? And let's see. I'm going to reinitialize it because I had it all kinds of places before I turned it on. Okay, so we were on, let's go all the way up to some fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to go all the way up to, hey, here's something fun. Okay, make sure the MIDI cable's all hooked in. Turn this stuff off, and we are on. We are on nothing. We still have the internal sounds. I will find out why we are on nothing. Okay, it seems that if you plug in the guitar cord all the way in the back here, it works better. Okay, so over here on the little Casio keyboard down here, I have it on the Banjo sound. Okay, so you can get right in there. Let's just do a few more sounds. Accordion stuff. Let's see, let's find some stuff that actually is fun. There's the flute again, but this is a different one. So it sounds a lot better. Get up here. Using the floor sustain. Let's go to another flute. Violins. Those are really hard to get, but if you're in a country band and you need oh, what is it? Everybody does Amarillo by Morning by George Strait. That's one. And you need that fiddle sound instead of doing it on guitar. It's cool to have it right here. See. Okay, so it's kind of cool. So, there you go, fiddle sounds. I'm just getting used to this thing too. So, you've got distortion. What the heck is that? Let's see. Oh yeah, you can always do the string things if you just want to do that kind of thing. Again, it's polyphonic, so. Again, the floor sustain pedal. A couple more sounds just for fun. More banjo, ukulele. Little sound I created. You can get really down and evil with this thing if you really want to go that route, and it's kind of cool to do that stuff. I've seen where somebody else had asked if you can do drop D tunings and all that stuff. Remember, there's no way to tune this. So this was just a 6-string, no bendy, no nothing. So no, there's no drop D tunings or open tunings. Or none of that. It's very, very basic from way back in the day. Okay? Let's get to some, so there's some other kind of guitar stuff. Okay. One Casio is almost as bad as the other. Okay, I'll grab a couple more just for fun. These are just... Okay, so really cool stuff. Anything you want to play, if you want to play pianos or organs or Christmas stuff, here you go. Okay, so all kinds of fun stuff. It's just whatever sounds you have on your keyboard, you can do them right here. And some will pick up better than others. Others, it's what's called tracking. It's not, on some of this stuff it tracks really, really fast, which means, okay, these are never the great sounds to track with. Those go to some lead sounds. Oh, some stuff. So you can hear it's kind of quirky. We got sweeps. Turn on the... Let's find some more lead stuff and get you out of here so you're not bored to total tears. Okay. Okay, make it really low. Of course, the... So anything your little keyboard can do, orchestra hits. Okay, so even the modern stuff, you can do it so easy. Okay, so some really cool stuff. Check these out. You want some doo-wop singers? Okay, so you get all three. We can do a 3-part harmony. Okay, so you got all the singers singing, the choir. Okay, so it's just endless. Here's some old stuff. Okay, the old Men Without Hats. We could dance if we want to. So it does, you know, cool stuff for vintage synthesizer stuff. We got bass leads. We could do basses up here too. Let's find a couple cool things. nice fat stuff. Trumpets. Saxophones are always kind of cool. Get my hand off there. If you touch anything else, it's good to rest your hand right here on this hand rest, because otherwise if you hit stuff, strings can just go open if you accidentally let them, so it's best to get used to your hand back here, which I haven't got used to yet. Hear how much cleaner that sax is now. Okay. I know there's one on here I really wanted to do for fun. Oh, I know what it was. It was a... Oh, here's two of them. And two more and I'm out of here. Here is a bass guitar with flat wound strings, big upright, with a hi-hat at the same time. Okay, check this out. How's that? And one more just for fun. Oh God, I love that. If you want to get some lead stuff. Okay, so cool stuff. Like I said, it's just limited to your imagination. Cool stuff. Oh, the great synth bass. If you're doing the 80s stuff, this is a must. And finally, I'll just end off with this one. Okay, one more bass for you, which is great. Okay, the old Seinfeld bass. Isn't that great? You can hear every fret. Okay, so there you go. Just the coolness, and you can go right back. Flick the switch on the bottom that takes it back to its internal sounds. Turn up the old drum machine again, and let's see what we got. Okay, so the 1983 Casio DG-20. There are the other DG series, the DG-1, the DG-10s, but none of them have MIDI capability, so you can stick them in with other keyboards so you can get the cool sounds. Okay, as cool as all the cooler those are. But so these are the only ones of the whole line that you should get. All the other ones just have the internal sounds, nothing else. So the DG-20s you can get. I went online and did a buy it now on eBay for $119. Okay, $119. Okay, these usually get $250, sometimes go up to $300. I saw a couple more this week auction off right after I got mine. I checked them, but they were kind of beat up and so forth, and they went for a ride at $100. But on average, they go between $2 to $250 is the average price. So I saw the 119 with the buy it now, and as soon as it came on, I just said, heck with it. I gotta have it just just for those. So that's worth the price of admission right there. So if you ever want to get into the entry level stuff that was wild and crazy back in the 80s, again 30 years old, 1983, Casio DG-20, check them out. The internal sounds are cheesy, but that's what makes them cool. You know, it's like great for recording. Those special little patches that you need because you're not a keyboard player, but you've got keyboards around and you're not great on them, so you can get those sax solos, or you can get those fiddle solos, or the cool strings, and you don't have to learn how to play a keyboard. You just leave the keyboard laying on its side back there somewhere and strap this puppy on, and you're good to go. You can layer as many notes as you want on top of each other. Okay, so just toss them on, and you're good to go, especially for all the strings and things like that, and some of the like Rhodes type piano sounds and so forth. All those really track really well, and of course all the distorted guitar stuff, but you might as well just use a real guitar for that. And then, like you saw, some of the 80s synth sounds are really cool to get off of another keyboard. Of course everything on here is really, really Radio Shack sounding on here, but some of those sounds are would be kind of cool to throw in the new music, just because old is new again. So once again, Scott Grove with the I love it, Casio DG-20. Again, it's the only one with the MIDI capabilities. So if you want to get one, go get them, and get them for $119. Buy it now. Like I told you before, do the buy it now things, and you get them really cheap. As soon as you see them, bang, get them. Don't worry about trying to get the best price off somebody. These are just too cool. Make sure everything's there. Make sure the battery compartment's on the back. A lot of those are missing on these things, so ask the questions. Make sure all the strings are original, these plastic things, and very easy. And get the power. Try to get the ones that still have the actual AC control, you know, power for it. Your wall wart. Okay, so your power adapter. That's what I was looking for. And be groovy. So it came with that and everything else. So how cool. So it's just going to sit in the corner until I need it for showing off and playing some goofy stuff on stage, or like I said, when I need to really do some kind of wacky things, you know, for recording, where I would be much better playing it on something like this than I would with my limited abilities on keyboards. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the long version of this. I know a lot of people have these and have them on YouTube, but nobody takes as long to explain these things as I do. Okay, so love it or hate it, it's still in the world, and you can find these all the time on eBay, so there is not a shortage of them. So go out and get yourself one. It's worth the price of admission, like I said, just for that. Okay, I'm out of here with my rim shot. Bye.